Hey everybody, it's Andrea. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. Today I am doing a dollhouse inspired Victorian. It is very pink. That is like the best thing I can use to describe this build. It has, I furnished 2 bedrooms and it has 2 bathrooms. There is lots of space where you could put more bedrooms and more bathrooms if you want to. One of the rooms on the second floor is a skill building crafting activity room. And then there is an entire 3rd floor that has a ladder leading up to it that I did not furnish at all. So there is tons of space in this house. And the only reason I didn't furnish the 3rd floor is because I really didn't know what to do with it. So I just left it. And if you want to download it from the gallery and furnish it yourself, you can do so. It is available. Just make sure you turn move objects on, and also understand that this build has not been play tested. So if you do play in this house, you may need to make some minor adjustments. Otherwise, I had a absolute blast building this house. I had been wanting to do a dollhouse inspired build for a while. I did when I first started my channel, like a couple of years, maybe a year and a half or more ago. I did a Barbie inspired mansion, which was like a kind of a modern mansion. And I'm sure, my building skills back then were not great. So I'm sure it's not that great, and it definitely needed an update. But you could always, I think it's still on my channel. You could probably still check it out if you want to, and it is available on the gallery as well, but it's definitely not my best work, I don't think so. But I didn't want to put Barbie in this one because Barbie is copyrighted. Is that correct for this? I don't know. She is a trademarked thing, and I didn't want to put her in here, but yeah, so I used a lot of stuff from Strangerville because they have that really nice pink swatch that is so pretty. So I did that, and the windows are very pink, like it's just pink all around, and you're gonna see. But so the outside came together really quickly on this one, again because I did a practice run through before I did the final product, and I think I'm gonna do that with most of my builds now. I don't do a practice run through of everything, just the outside shell, because I think that's what takes me so long, and it's just the build becomes so messy if I don't do it. It's so hard to edit. The camera's flailing all over the place, like even more than it is like when I do the shell. So I just think it's better if I do a practice run first, especially when I am not quite sure what I'm doing. This one was actually inspired from a photo I saw on Pinterest, which is an absolute goldmine if you're looking for build inspiration. Also, I was going to mention at the beginning, I'm really sorry if this voiceover is a little weird. I'm really not feeling that well, so it might be, I don't know if I'll sound like Eeyore or what, but I am sorry about that. So yeah, the backyard and the landscaping are probably some of my favorite that I've done so far. Obviously, tons of pink. I use the pool water with the rose petals in it that I think is so pretty. I used to really hate it, but now I don't know. Now I just really like it. So, and I used some plants that I don't normally use. I sized up those green, like tall bush things, and I actually really like them sized up. I saw a couple other people do that, and I can't remember who it was now, but yeah, I thought I would try that. And I just loved building this so much. And I try to use plants that I don't normally use, like those pink, like thistle. They're called thistles, but to me, they really don't look like thistles. To me, thistles are like those thorny bushes that kind of hurt if you are wearing shorts and trying to walk through really tall grass that hasn't been mowed, and there's thistles, and they get stuck, and they're painful. But yeah, so, and I put a few decor things in the landscaping. I put a little bird bath, a pink flamingo. Someday, right now I just live in an apartment, but I really want to get some of those pink flamingos when I have a yard someday. I don't know why. I know they're so tacky, but I love them a lot. So much. And the pink and white trees that I put back here, I am in love with. This house does not fit in this neighborhood. I have it in Willow Creek right now. It doesn't fit in this neighborhood at all, but honestly, I don't know if it would fit in any neighborhood. Maybe Strangerville, honestly. I'd have to redo the landscaping if I put it there, but Strangerville does have a ton of, sorry, I'm yawning. Strangerville does have a ton of Victorians in it. So when I was building this, I kind of originally thought that the sim who lived here would probably be a little old lady and she would live by herself. But as I started doing the furnishing, I didn't quite get that impression. So I think it's like a mom and her daughter live here, and at least the mom is into crafting and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of what it's ended up being furnished for. When I start doing the furnishing, you'll see there's a mix of kind of old-fashioned-y looking furniture, but also a little bit more of a modern kind of vibe. I don't know. It's a very interesting mix, and you'll see when we get in there. And what in the world am I doing here with all these statues? Apparently I forgot to cut that piece out. I was trying to cut out all the dumb parts where like I was just doing nothing, but I think we are actually moving inside soon. I'm just putting a couple chairs out here with a nice little candle. And yeah, so we are. So here's the little entryway. I did cut out me doing all the wallpaper and stuff. It's mostly the same in every room. And I also, again, cut out the bathrooms. But I just put a little chair in here. This is just a tiny little entryway. A little chair. I used that side table from Laundry Day. That rug, I think, is from Vampires, maybe. But I thought it fit really well. I just really liked it. See what I mean about more traditional kind of old-fashioned stuff and then also not. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't know. I don't know interior decorating styles. I barely know, like, house styles. Like, I know Victorian and, like, contemporary, and I know that modern is actually referring to more, like, mid-century modern, and contemporary is what we usually mean when we say modern. So it's, like, a whole thing. I don't know. And I thought the living room was really cute. I love that coffee table with the mirror on it. My cat is just meowing away, like, next to me. He wants to say hi to everybody, and he will stop at nothing to say hi. So that's him. If you ever hear him meowing, or if you ever hear him like yowling, like, he's okay. He just, I don't know, like, he'll like stand in my hallway and stare at the ceiling and just yowl. So I think there might be like a squirrel or something that lives between my apartment and the apartment above me. I don't know. Clearly Ozzy's senses are far more acute and keen than mine. I don't know what he's doing, but yeah, so I put a little book nook back here, and it took me forever to figure out what kind of art to put on the walls because we really didn't have any like more Victorian and old looking art that fit with the pink and white theme. So that's where I'm kind of saying there's a little bit more of a modern touch to it because the art, I don't know. I don't know. That totally makes sense. Awesome job, me. There's a lot of plants in here as usual. I feel like I can't have a house without plants. It just doesn't work. And I did decide to put stuff for a cat in, which I think you'll see it shortly. But oh yeah, and I used that record player from Get Famous. I wish the pink on it was just a lighter color pink, but I still like it nonetheless. It sticks out a little bit, but I don't know. I like the idea of it. But yeah, I threw some stuff in for a kitty and some of those yarn balls, which are so adorable. Like, I love that when Nifty Knitting came out that it gave you the ability to let your cats play with yarn balls. I think that is an adorable addition. I actually haven't seen it yet because it's been so long since I've played the game. But yeah, so here we are in the dining room. This is just your standard dining room, and it sticks with the standard theme. I use the chairs. Are they from Vintage Glamour? I think so. I think they are. And it took me forever to pick a rug because I just, like, nothing looked good. I don't know. I had to cut out a lot of me just going through swatch after swatch after swatch. And then I threw a piano in this corner because I didn't know what to do there. And I thought that would be really nice. I do wish we had more, like, upright pianos. Like, I love the grand pianos for certain builds, but sometimes I just want your basic, like, stand upright piano. And not the keyboard that we have. The keyboard's nice too, but it doesn't work in a build like this, for instance. So, I don't know. And another sitting area just to fill up some space. I really didn't clutter too much in here either. I didn't think it needed it. I didn't want to go. There's enough clutter in the kitchen and in some of the in the bedrooms and in the little art room upstairs that I feel like the dining room of all places can have just a little bit less clutter and it'll be okay. So here is the kitchen. Here's the kitty bowls. I did put a litter box. That door there actually goes into a half bath, and there is a litter box for the cat in there. So no worries about that. So yeah, here we're doing the kitchen. I threw in the snowy escape counters that I love. I wanted to do the pink refrigerator, but it was such a crappy refrigerator that I was like, I'll just get the next one up in white. Like, it's okay. And the other refrigerator with the pink swatch is like the 10,000 simoleon one, which I just think is excessive. Like, this build's going to be expensive already for no reason. I don't need to make it worse. So yeah, here we go, cluttering everything up, which is my favorite thing to do in all my kitchens. I added, what did we all put in here? That cute shelf that I think came with Tiny Living. I love the stuff that came. Tiny Living and Nifty Knitting are seriously solid packs. Like, I think that if I could only have a few stuff packs, I'd get those two and a laundry day. And, that might be it for stuff packs. Honestly, I do like a few things. Like I know everyone hates My First Pet stuff, but the blinds in that pack make it absolutely worth it for me. I don't know, whatever. I will buy a pack for one item. I do use that pack though, since I have it, but I think the blinds are worth it. But anyway, yeah, so I'm just trying to clutter things up, kind of cutesy and fun. And this is kind of when I decided that it was more for maybe a mother and her daughter. I just wasn't getting the old lady vibes anymore. Although it would be fun to make like a grandma apartment or a grandparent's house or something like that too. So I might have to think on that one and see what I can come up with, because yeah, it's seeming very fun all of a sudden. So we're just finishing cluttering up these shelves. We're almost done cluttering up here, I swear to God. And then we're going to move upstairs finally. I love this build so much. I almost didn't finish it, and I'm glad that I did, because I think I would have been really upset with myself. So this is the master bedroom. There is only one bathroom upstairs. I decided not to do an ensuite bathroom because this is an older house, I imagine, just based on the style. So I don't think that they would necessarily have a ton of bathrooms, because I don't think that's been a thing for, very long. So I tried to stick with the traditional furniture though. Of course, I threw a kitty bed in there. I love those lamps. I made a little like mirror enclave because I didn't know what to do over here. I was like, this is such an awkward space. So I just threw a mirror and a chair and a flower, and I was like, okay, cool. This is great. And then here again, I struggled with the wall art. I had to cut it so much out. And then that whole space there was driving me nuts because right under that wall art just looked too bare. And I do go put stuff there eventually, but it really kind of stressed me out because I didn't know what to put there. And I am trying really hard not to just, I'm sorry, excuse my language, but half-ass my builds, because I feel like I tend to do that. When I get towards the end, I start to get tired of them because, I've been working on it for a long time because this stuff takes time, and I start to get tired of them and I start to not do my very best. So I was trying really hard not to do that, and I was trying to like fill up all the space and make it look like I actually tried. And I don't know, I hope it worked. And then since I didn't put laundry in this house, I did put in one of those hampers that doesn't function, and then I just kind of put like the laundry baskets on the little like what do you call those bench seats? I don't know, whatever, I put that there. But anyway, this is the other bedroom. It just has a single bed. I put stuff in there. It could either be for a kid or a teenager. I'm not really sure. I put a violin in there, which is the kid's violin, but I also put a guitar in there, so it could totally go either way. And obviously if you wanted it to be for a toddler, you just switch out the bits. Voila. Piece of cake. But I love this room as well. I had a lot of fun with this room. I love making like teenager and kids rooms, especially these girly ones like this. Is just really right up my alley. And of course that gave me an excuse to use my favorite Jungle Adventure mirror and that cupcake picture I put over the desk. So I eventually move it, and I put it above the dresser thingy because I meant to delete it if I decided to change it, and then I didn't delete it. So if you download it from the gallery, it's still there, and it was supposed to be deleted, but I didn't do it. So you know what? I'm a space case 99% of the time. don't judge me for it. And I sized down one of those giant stuffed animals. Like when I was a teenager, or well, a kid, I guess, I would have killed for a big stuffed animal like that. I love big stuffed animals. I still would love a big stuffed animal like that. And it's been a long time since I've been a teenager, so. But here we are, moving on to the art room. This is the last room in the house. I threw in some rocking chairs and a bunch of stuff from Nifty Knitting that I thought was really cute. Tons of knitting paraphernalia, lots of these little yarn balls. And then, since I couldn't fit, there just wasn't enough stuff to fill up the room, I was like, what else can I do in this room? So I ended up putting an art easel in here, which you will see shortly after I do the curtains. I thought about the flower arranging table, but it just didn't really work and I didn't like it that much. So I went with, here we go, with the art easel. And I put the papers underneath it. And I wanted to do a different swatch, but I didn't want it to look like anything had peed there. It was just for this. It was just for the art stuff. But anyway, we are coming up to the end of the build here. So I want to go ahead and say thank you for watching, especially if you made it this far with me. I really appreciate it. If you did enjoy this video, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Leave me a comment down below. And of course, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a new video. Anyway, thank you again for watching. I hope you have an amazing day and I will see you in the next video. Bye.